The Pokémon Living Dex Hardcore Nuzlocke. This is the challenge where I nuzlocke through the main series Pokémon games with the goal of completing the Living Dex in Pokémon Home. I can't believe it's been, I think I just read there April since, alright, I did a video since, and I can say that still, or I can finally say it. I was struggling to say it back then. So last time sorry, my throat. Last time, what did we do? We tried to get the Fuchsia but didn't make it, but we took on Erica and Giovanni in the Pokemon Tower. We lost quite a few Pokemon along the way, but that forced us into using Jeopardy Pokémon who we evolved, which is a positive, you could say. We still have Charizard available for a different game. Who knows? Pokemon Yellow maybe. Maybe Pokemon Fire Red or Leaf Green. We'll have to see. But yeah, I think today's goal will be to beat Team Rocket at the Silph-Co. Probably along the way we'll defeat Koga. And probably a little early to take on Sabrina. I don't know yet. We'll have to see, but one thing's for sure, today we're catching plenty of Pokemon. As I said last time, once you get the Poke-Flute, almost the whole game opens up to you. Other than the Seafoam Islands and Cinnabar Island and Victory Road, you can basically go anywhere. So we'll be getting plenty of encounters. We will be catching a lot of Jeopardy Pokemon, unfortunately. Some of them, luckily, I did evolve already in the last and Pokemon Red, so those won't be Jeopardy, but there will be a lot of Jeopardy Pokemon. So just to explain again, a Jeopardy Pokemon is a Pokemon that I've already caught in a previous game, and I caught again because I'm missing the evolution in the Living Dex. So for example, Pikachu I haven't caught in Red, but I'm gonna get it as a starter in Yellow. So if Pikachu faints before it evolves, I need to restart this run because it will create a duplicate entry in the Living Dex, which we don't want. So, well, not only do we not want it, it's detrimental because we can only catch a certain amount of Pokemon per game, and the Living Dex has a lot of Pokemon. I'm gonna, once Generation 4 comes along, even the gender differences will count towards the Living Dex. So I'll be having two Venusaurs, a male one and a female one. Since they have a gender difference, I'll be having a male Zubat and a female Zubat, a male Golbat and a female Golbat, just to increase the number, because yeah, I need Pokemon to be available to me later on in games still. If I did just the pure Living Dex off of the species, it would be very difficult. So we're going to count form and gender differences as well. So unknown, all of the, if I get a new letter, I can catch it. What else is there? Gender or form differences. What other Pokemon can I think of? Damn it, don't tell me that's the only Pokemon I can think of right now with form differences. But you know what I mean, like certain Pokemon are in different, I say Hisuian Growlithe and Growlithe. I'll have both of them in the Living Dex just to increase the number and give me more Pokemon that I can catch. Also, otherwise, once I get to Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, I would genuinely have to play it with Meltan and Melmetal. That'd be very difficult. At least you can't take the starter out of that game. You can't transfer it to Pokemon Home. So we'll be allowed to use it as a HM because you need it for HMs. But maybe I'll introduce a rule where once I've caught a Pokemon, I'm not allowed to use it in battle. We'll have to see when we get there how we'll do it exactly. But yeah, we will be allowing gender differences, but only from Gen 4 when they were introduced in the game. They haven't been introduced in Gen 1 yet. I play each game with the knowledge of the generation of the time. That's just for when Generation 10 comes out, that if something different's there that I didn't foresee. So we're just, yeah, that I can keep sort of keep going with this challenge, even if new things are introduced in the future. Right, that was a really long explanation. Spent 5 minutes. Let's just get into it and let's catch a few Pokemon and add to our living dex. Now the way he's standing in the corner there tells me he has very good Pokemon, because you can avoid him. So probably Pidgeotto and Furo. Okay, a Pidgey to start, but at level 28 already, so I'm worried about a Pidgeotto. And they do have Quick Attack, which of course can crit and everything. Doduo, we should outspeed. This is our last Thunderbolt. Oh boy, we have to switch after this. Let's hope we reach 33. We do, yes, we can finally evolve Kachui. Here we go, trying to learn Agility. Yes, and then we will delete... oh damn, which attack will we delete? I think Swift. Because Quick Attack, say if we can build up 3 agilities against our rival, a Quick Attack might take out Alakazam. We'll have to see, so that's my thinking there anyway. Let's take out this Pidgeotto, it can't touch us. I think it's 1 level away from learning Wing Attack, which would allow it to touch us, because Gust is normal type in Gen 1, not flying type. So Pikachu finally has learned Agility, and that's what I did in the polls. I asked for your opinion, and you agreed that it was best to wait until it learned Agility before we evolve it. But the time has come to evolve our Pikachu. So Pikachu no longer a Jeopardy Pokemon. Raichu can faint and we don't have to restart. Well, we don't want it to faint, but we want it for the thing at the end. Also, let's get this here up here. No encoding overload there, very nice. So we can change this here, caught Pokemon. Pikachu's the 5th one. So first of all, let's remove the filter. And then change it to Raichu. So we now have a Raichu on the team. Sorry for the keyboard noises, but the microphone's right beside the keyboard. Oh, you just can't see what's going on. Sorry, I have to close that again. Right. Okay. So this is literally the... No, you know where I usually catch them is right straight south from the Pokemon Center doors, usually where I caught them. There we go, we get a Shelter for our Vermilion city encounter. Now we really don't want to mess this up, so I'm not even going to attempt the Nightshade. What we might do is use a Confuse Ray first, to make it maybe hurt itself a little. Hypnosis might miss, so... Okay, it doesn't. Right, let's throw our regular Pokeballs first before we use our Great Balls. Okay, it breaks free. This is just patience game. We don't really have a great way of catching it, but we have it. Very nice. So we have Shelter. Let's look up nicknames. Now, we did say that it would be a crop of the species name was the rule, and since we're not live streaming it, since we're not live streaming the game, sorry, we can't really, yeah, I can't ask for suggestions. Maybe leave them in the comments if you have any suggestions for names for upcoming Pokemon. I'm sure you'll know what's coming up in the next parts. So I want to just check if we named anything Shell and Red, because we had there the first noun in the biology section, and I could imagine Shell being one of the first nouns. Yeah, we did have Shell, in fact, for Krabby. So we can't name it Shell. What will we name it then? Or we name it L. We could name it HELL, but that name might be removed by the name scanner when we move it to Pokemon Bank. So maybe we shouldn't name it that. I'd love to name it HELL, but I am very worried that nickname would be removed. Should we just name it L? It's a bit of a cheap name, is it not? But I mean, Ulder, it sounds even worse. So it's a pity we had Shell already in the last and Pokemon Red. I don't want to nickname Pokemon with the same name. So I wish I could look up what words are removed by the Pokemon Bank, but I think there's no official list and it's amended every now and again and it changes. Yeah, we went for the weird name Uba on Zubat, so we'll go for L and we'll just imagine the H. Eld. No, Eld sounds weird. We'll just name it L. With the double L. Yeah, not very happy with the name, but it is what it is. So, why can we please? Okay, finally, we get an encounter. And it's a Krabby immediately. Love that. I love to see that. Okay. Krabby, the hooked Krabby attacked. Let's confuse it first again. In the hopes that it hurts itself a little. It uses bubble. Oh yeah, this one can attack us, but thankfully it is. Just don't button slip there. Imagine that. It's asleep. We're just going to throw our regular Pokeballs first, and then we'll move to the Great Balls. Right, we caught it immediately. Love that. So this name, at least it's gonna be it's just a misspelling of crab if we didn't use crab yet. Let me check Pokemon Red quickly. I'm pretty sure we didn't use crab, did we? And if we did, we probably would have spelt it correctly with a C. We did use duck, so we can't name Psyduck Duck, which will be weird. Okay, so and Kabutops I just remembered was called Horse's Hoe or Horseshoe. It's horseshoe, but you could read it as Horse's Hoe. Right, we're gonna name this crab. I know it's cheap, but or we could name it Abby. But the thing is, if it turns out to be male and its gender, it would be a bit weird. So I want to go for, you know, we could name it Rab. Rab's sort of a neutral name, is it not? A Rab. Does that sound like more like you're talking to a male or female? It doesn't matter. I'll just name it Rab. And I'm sorry, like I don't want it's just part of the game. And I want the names in Gen 1 to be neutral because we don't know the gender of them, whereas in from Gen 2 onwards we will know the gender, where we can then go for like gender specific names, even though yeah, you know, that's a bit outdated, but we'll go for Rab rather than Crab, just cause we'll even do the double B, will we? Rab, something like that. Yeah, okay. Right, let's add this. It's also a Jeopardy Pokemon, so we have to evolve it before the game ends. If it faints before we evolve it, we're in trouble. That's all. There's Dodo there. Right, this is our encounter for Route 16. We're going to use Nightshade and hope that it lives it. It should. Surely it is more than 33. Very nice. Then we're going to use Hypnosis. And I think we have no Pokeballs left, so we're going to throw a Great Ball. Now, I'm pretty sure the box 1 is very low on Pokemon. Now, Doduo isn't a Jeopardy Pokemon since we evolved Dodrio in Pokemon Red. I'm pretty sure we did. Let me see. Yes, we have a Dodrio in Pokemon Red, so Doduo is not a Jeopardy Pokemon, and we in fact can't evolve it. I might use it in one battle just so that we used it and it played a part in the thing, but what do we name it? I think we name it Dodd. I think we have to just Dodd. A Bellsprout. Okay, we didn't get Weeping Bell, unfortunately. So what would the plan here is to put it to sleep before it puts us to sleep. Right, that plan didn't work. Let's try again. It might actually be at the level where it only has powder moves. It can't poison us because we're a poison type. So we put it to sleep and it wakes up immediately. Let's put it to sleep again. And I think it should come on. Now, this has happened with the Snorlax already all the time. Now we're paralyzed for flip's sake. Thankfully I can't put us to sleep anymore. Right, it's asleep. Now please stay asleep this time. Nightshade should live this. It does. And then we'll use a Great Ball. Oh, we've already used a Great Ball. Didn't even know that. Oh, my phone's in the pocket. It's a bit annoying. Sorry for all the rifting. Okay, Bellsprout. Do we want to name it Sprout or do we want to name it Bell? We already have L, so it'd be a bit. Should we just name it Sprout? Let's just make sure that we haven't used Sprout in red. Just go through there, and I can't see any Sprout. So we'll name it Sprout. Even if we do evolve it, it'll remind us of the species that we caught it as. So we'll name it Sprout. Sprout, there we go. And I know that Venonat potentially is confusion, so hopefully this doesn't go wrong. And there's our Route 14 encounter immediately. Love that. So we're going to try and put it to sleep first again. Oh no, I'd used Disable. Psychic, thankfully. We weren't going to use that anymore. It is disabled no more. Tackle doesn't affect us. So we put it to sleep. It should live one Nightshade. We're fully paralyzed. It's going to wake up, isn't it, before we get to use this? In fact, well, it won't live the second one, but we'll use a Great Ball. Right, should we name it Eno or Nat? Like, Nat is just... I think we'll name it Nat. Nat is a very gender-neutral name. It could be short for Nathan or Natalie or something. So we'll name it Nat. Where's the T? There. Okay, so we have our Route 14 and 15 encounters. I think this here place has quite good encounters, but we missed it. And this here is more likely to have Nidorans. So let's see, our Safari Zone encounter is a Paras. Now, even if I did catch Paras in red, which I didn't, it would be Dupe's Claws. Right, it broke free. It's still here. Let's see if we can catch it. I think I read once that the best strategy is to just launch balls at it, and we finally have a successful Safari Zone encounter. We didn't catch one, didn't catch a Pokemon in Pokemon Red. Let me just check if we caught a Paras in Red. I don't think we did. Let's go to Pokédex. Control F. There we go, Paras. No, we didn't. We didn't even catch a Parasect, so we could evolve it as well if we wanted to. Right. I think we'll name it Ara. That seems like a nice name. Now we don't want to just go for 3-letter names all the time. But I don't want to name it Aras, because that just sounds like you left the P away from Paras. But Ara. Yeah, so we'll name it Ara. Our Route 24 encounter is Abra. Here we go. Right. Do we throw an Ultra Ball or do we go for Hypnosis? I say we attempt the Hypnosis strat. We land it. Yes. And it stays asleep. Unlike every other Pokemon that I tried to put to sleep in this run. And we're going to use... You know what a Great Ball probably should do? Don't make me regret not throwing an Ultra Ball. Alright, it's still asleep. We're gonna throw an Ultra Ball. No more messing around. Right, we have Abra, I think. Obi, come on. Right, it's still fast asleep. I'm too worried to use a Nightshade. I don't even have any PP for a Nightshade anymore. Knocking out all of the... Right, we have it. We caught Abra. Now I'm pretty sure we didn't catch Abra or Kadabra in our first run. Let me see, I think I have a button combo here. It might overload the encoding briefly, very quickly, if I load this in, but let me just check something quickly. So Abra and Kadabra are still there, so they're both missing. Which means, I believe I hit this button and then this one, yeah. Okay, so we've caught Abra. Now, I believe the play is to not evolve it in this one, so that we have Kadabra for yellow, which might help us. And then for Gen 4 onwards, we can use Alakazam. Right, there's only one name I can give it, and it's Ra. I'm sorry, but first of all, if I add the B, it's definitely gonna be, the nickname's gonna be removed if I put it in Pokemon Bank. But Ra, you know, the name of the sun god of the Egyptians, that should be fine. And we'll just imagine the B, like we did with L. We'll just imagine the H. Right, our Route 25 encounter is Weedle. I haven't seen one of those in a while. Right, now let's first of all make sure we don't mess this up. And then secondly, it is a Jeopardy Pokemon because we fainted our Weedle in Red before we evolved it. So we have to level it up by at least 1 level. We might as well do 2 and get the Beedrill. Right, we'll put it to sleep, and I'm pretty sure that a Great Ball is enough to catch a Weedle. Surely. So I got the thing set up here. Let's add Weedle. Right, what are we gonna... no, the thing is, we can't name it Weed. We can't do that. We can't do that. So, what the flip do we call it then? Do we call it Wee? With double E. Like wee in Irish and Scottish slang, small. We can't name it. We can't name it Weed, and that will definitely be taken off it as a nickname. And I want the nicknames to be preserved when we get it to Pokemon Home. And Weed will definitely be removed. There's no way it will not. I was thinking about Edel, but Edel's... Look at Ed, but it's very one gender specific, and if it has the other gender... Is there a female name that starts Edna? You could call Edna Ed. Could you? Would that be like a nickname for her? So Ed can be male and female. We're going for really short nicknames now. But I think, because I'm a bit worried about we, you know, it can also be like P with double E in certain slangs. So I'm worried that we might also be, you know, removed. So we might just name it Ed. Ed, I mean, what's wrong with Ed? Nothing's wrong with Ed. So we'll name it Ed. Yeah, we definitely need, if you're watching this video and you have any name suggestions, you know what routes are coming up. Suggest names for whatever Pokemon that's coming up still in the run. If you want to see a list of the Pokemon that are still missing, that we're still looking for, well, we did catch Vermilion, but it's not registered yet because we haven't completed Blue. We can still fail it, and then Vermilion's uncaught. So those are some of the ones we're missing still, and these are some of the ones we're missing still. So if you want to suggest any names for any of those Pokemon, you're very welcome to do so in the comments below. Also, these are the ones we've already caught in this run. I have to add Weedle to this. We'll do that now. Right, there it is there, Weedle. Weedle is a Jeopardy Pokemon, so let's get a filter on that to make sure we remember that it is a Jeopardy. It'll be a Jeopardy Pokemon for not very long, but still. Right, we'll get that there, and then we have to add it to the list on the side here. Jeopardy Pokemon. So we now have 4 Jeopardy Pokemon again, which I'm not too happy about, but it's part of the game. Right, there we go. So yeah, if you want to suggest any names, these are the ones we've caught already and named, and then you just saw the list of the ones that are still missing and coming up in Blue and Yellow. So just leave the names in the comments, and as long as they're safe for work and won't be removed by the Pokémon Home checker, I'm very likely to name it after your suggestion. Very, very likely, unless I really dislike it. Now, let's hope that we don't need Kachui here, that there's no Hypnos or Drowsies. If there is, we might be in a spot of bother. Although I did eat that Confusion pretty well. There's 6 Pokemon. It doesn't have Self-Destruct yet, and it doesn't have any electric type moves. So why does it have Self-Destruct? And why did it do so little? I almost took a heart attack there when I read Self-Destruct. Why does it have I thought it learned it at 29. I swear I almost had a heart attack when I read Self-Destruct there. I thought attempt 3's over. Thankfully it has no attack and we have very high defense. That's why we live the... Oh, flippin' hell. When I read that I was like, right, no problem. Flippin' hell. So I need to worry about these coughings having it as well. Oh boy, my heart sank to the bottom of my flippin' foot there. How does it have Self-Destruct? I thought it learns it at level 29. It was level 25, wasn't it? No way. Let me check that out. Voltorb, Gen 1 learn set. Level 22 it learns Self-Destruct. Oh my flip, what a mistake by me to assume. 29, who learns it at 29? It's the flippin' Gravelers. No, they learn it at 21. Why have I got 29 in my head then? Somebody else learned something at 29, which is very dangerous. But I don't know off the top of my head what it is, but... Oh, my heart sank there. Like, when I read that I went, Flip, not again. Shelder. It's always flipping Shelder. Like, it generally in red, it wasn't always Shelder, but like so many resets came from losing Shelder. And then I amended the rules to make the problem not show up in red, but move it to blue. And now the problem's in blue. 5, 4, 3, 2, and the final one for Porygon. There we go. I think I did something similar with Scyther. Oh, but now my finger on the other side hurts that I used to stabilize the 3DS with so it wouldn't shake too much on the camera. Right, just don't misclick here. Right, we got Porygon, that's our Celadon encounter. Should we just call it Pory? Pory sounds like a decent name, even though it is just the start of its name. Pory is like Cory, just Pory. Right, we'll name it Pory. There's no room for Pokemon. Pory was sent to box 1 on PC. Right, okay, we're gonna take on this trainer here. Now, should we go around the back of the thing just to make sure there's no trainer there? We probably should. Right, cue ball with a Machop. 29. We're level 29 as well. We have high defense. 2 Surfs takes it out. It will. Low kick. We're not ice type, so it's not super effective. But it did crit, so it did exactly half. If we get a Gen 1 miss and it crits a low kick again, we lose. Also, it might have been a roll for that being half. So it's risky, but we'll do it. Heart sank for the second time in this video. Holy flip. Oh boy. Right, I know we would have outsped, but Gen 1 miss, and then we would have had to restart the run. So we're gonna rock slide it to BM it. Flip sake. Alright, I'm a choke here. We're gonna Earthquake it, see if we can one-shot it. Probably not. Yeah. Should have low kicked it for the flinch chance. We'll low kick it now. Okay, we're gonna fly back just in case we encounter any more of these cue balls that L might be able to solo, but we're gonna be a bit more careful with the next one. So let's go and heal L. Flippin' hell, imagine that. If that had been a low kick crit, run done. Restart. Attempt 3 gone. Just like that. I have to be more careful. I have to see overconfidence. Overconfidence is what kills me. Overconfidence. I need to be a little less confident in my Pokemon. I need to have a little more distrust in them. Which sounds so bad. It sounds like the worst relationship advice ever. But yeah, I need to distrust them a little more. Sign here. This is the sign here. Hey, get me over there. Right. It's a notice. Don't throw the game. Throw Pokeballs instead. That's where the thing came from. The speech at the end of Pokemon Red when we went into battle the Elite Four. Gosh, heal here. Do you think, can I take out the rival? I think I need Cloyster to defeat the rival. And it's not going to learn any moves from level up anymore that are useful anyway. So what we're actually going to do here is evolve. We're going to evolve it early. So I believe it's TM13 and the water stone is what we want. There's the water stone. There's TM13. Where is it there? I think we're just going to use it. I know it's silly to teach it a move through 2EM that it would learn anyway, but we might as well. I think Amistar wouldn't be bad to teach it to either, in case, you know, it faints. But we're going to go all in here, teach it instead of Clamp, and then if we find a better move to teach it, we'll overwrite Aurora Beam. And then we're going to give it the water stone. Okay, so first of all, where are my Jeopardy Pokemon? Here. So Shelder is no longer Jeopardy. However, Krabby and of course Weedle still are. Jeopardy Pokemon. Okay, we did that. Now let's update it here. Let's see, flipping out. We have 10 in a row, so it should be 15. There. I do have Cloyster, good. And then filters, remove. Okay. So we now have a Cloyster. Very good. Also, Porygon was the last Pokemon we caught. So now I can actually trust its defenses. Yeah, right, there we are. Right. Rival battle number, I'm not even sure. I think it's number 6. Let's get into it. Alright, we're slightly under-leveled, but only slightly. And I think we should be able to do it. Right, come on. Let's do this. Red sends out Pidgeot. We have L, a Cloyster, ready. Ice Beam. Right, it outspeeds us, fails the sand attack, thankfully. That would have been a bit of a, what do you call it? A bit of an annoyance. See, this is why I think it's better to lead Cloyster than to lead Kachui, because we can go straight to Surf, take it out. Now we are under-leveled. I believe Execute doesn't have any grass type moves, so we're just going to Ice Beam this. Now our special isn't great, I think. So I think one hit and then we switch. But I am very worried about our special not being good enough. So I think one hit and then we switch. Confusion, thankfully not Psychic. Oh boy, that did a lot of damage. We're definitely switching after this. Okay, we're switching to Kachui, the only Pokemon that I trust to beat Psychic types that on the team. Psybeam, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt big time. Now do we outspeed it? We do. Oh boy, we're gonna have to... Okay, use the potion. Yes. Quick attack. Take it out, take it out, take it out, take it out. Lives on 1. Disables agility. Yes. And now Blastoise. But Blastoise's best water move, I think, is still Bubble or Water Gun. I think it didn't learn Hydro Pump yet, so Thunderbolt for the win, hopefully. Yes, we defeated the rival without losing a Pokemon. Now, Alakazam is very uncomfortable. We don't have a way of dealing with Psychic types, which is going to be a huge problem for Sabrina as well. So we're going to have to see. But rival 6 or 5, I don't know, defeated. Very good. Right, we won't be picking up Lapras here. So we'll be using it in yellow probably. Okay. Time to take on Giovanni. Let's do this. Come on. Giovanni number 2. Ah, Blue, the president and I are discussing a vital business proposition. Oh boy, I can't read. Keep your nose out of our grown-up matters, or experience a world of pain. Oh, let's see who experiences the world of pain here, Giovanni. Because I have got a Pokemon ready for you that you must never have heard of, because you're very weak to it. Oh, this... Okay, actually, you're not weak to it. Let's switch to Chopsticks here. Poison Sting. Lovely move. Let's see how you deal with this Earthquake. Horn Attack will do a little more damage, but also limited. Right, there we go. Nidorino down. Nidorino. Why am I misspeaking? Right, reaches level 40 Chopsticks. Kangaskhan. Menace this Pokemon. Comet Punch. Oh, this could hurt. But since we're such a high level, we're dead on. Low Kick. Unfortunately, we're not faster than it. Oh, it uses Rage. Brilliant. Oh, we missed the Low Kick. No. Okay. Kangaskhan gone. Next up, Rhyhorn. I think this is where we switch to Cloyster, to L. Actually, our 2 weakest Pokemon took out both our rival. Or no, we switched to Kachui in the rival battle, so not quite true. But our 2 weakest Pokemon took out... Well, I say weakest Pokemon, we have Flippin' Burr, but I mean the ones that actually are on the team. I believe Surf is better than Ice Beam, but I'm not 100% on that. Maybe Ice Beam would have been better. Body Slam, we have one of the best defenses in the game. There you go. And Giovanni's defeated. Let's go. Right, Sabrina, Koga, up, and Blaine probably as well. And probably Giovanni again. All in the next part. Right, so Giovanni leaves. We go and pick up the Master Ball here. We're going to try and catch Moltres again with Ultra Balls. If it doesn't work out, we're going to go and get Zapdos with the Master Ball. And yeah, that's basically the plan. Let's dig out of here. I brought Idigit so I could dig out of here. So all the Rocket Grunts defeated. Next up is Sabrina's gym. But we'll do that in the next video. This was actually a great video. We didn't lose a single Pokemon. We have a Cloyster almost caught up to the team. Haunters at the team. Machoke is doing brilliantly. So we'll save here quickly. Then we'll also update the info that the level cap has gone to 43. Now 43 is both for Sabrina and Koga. They both have a level 43 Pokemon. So yeah, we'll do those in the next one. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. I'm really glad that the Nuzlocke's back. I forgot how much I enjoyed these videos. I hope you are too. And I wish you the best of luck.